Get up, mama. A wise person once said, there is nothing more powerful than a woman who knows what she deserves. Have you ever just looked up one day and realized you don't even feel like yourself anymore? It's like somewhere in between, like taking care of everybody else, the house, your responsibilities. You slowly disappeared. And if you've been feeling the same way, I just want you to know that you are not alone. So come on over here, girl. We welcome you with open arms so you can join the circle, join the community. But on a serious note, though, get up, mama. Welcome back to the podcast. If you are new here, welcome. We welcome you with open arms. This is your place to slow down, reset, and come back to yourself. And like I always say, if you don't want to go back to yourself because you don't like that other version of you, that older version of you, you're more than welcome to just come here and become the person you desire to be. Whichever works for you, I support. So welcome. And this is just going to be an episode kind of like just giving you a refresh and you a reminder of what Get Up Moment is about. Y'all ready? I miss y'all. So I'm Ashley. I'm a mom to our beautiful rainbow twins, living out this country life, homeschooling, tending to my garden, tending to my chickens. You may see them running around here somewhere, working part-time, while trying not to lose myself in the middle of it all. Good luck, right? I just want to be honest. Sometimes it happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. I think one of the hardest parts about motherhood is how quietly you can lose yourself. Because it's not like this loud, dramatic thing that just happens. It's like it happens little by little. And it's like, it's in the small things. Like you stop getting dressed for yourself. You stop showing up for yourself. You stop doing the things that you enjoy to do. And then most importantly, you stop asking yourself, what do you need? And then before you know it, you're just in survival mode. Being a good mom is a beautiful thing. But you are a whole woman that deserves attention. Don't worry. You finna get it back, girl. You finna get your spark back. I don't care what phase of motherhood you're in. You deserve to pour into yourself. You deserve to pay yourself some attention. And I had to realize that too. I was pouring into my kids. I was pouring into my house. I was just pouring into everybody and everything else. And when I looked up, I realized I wasn't pouring into myself. And I started to feel that. And it started to take a toll on me. And it showed up in a lot of different things. Like I wasn't feeling confident anymore. I didn't feel present. And I learned that when you don't feel present, it's hard for you to show up as your authentic self. And when you ain't showing up as your authentic self, that can get very nasty. That can be some nasty work. Like I said, it shows up in your attitude. You're probably not even realizing that you could probably be aggressive versus being assertive. You can probably be a bit controlling, being a little bit stronger than you need to be. You're probably not as kind as you could possibly be. You're not experiencing joy in a way that you would like to. That stuff causes your energy to be off-centered. And when your energy is off-centered, it's hard for you to be happy because you're not balanced. There's no harmony and balance with you. I mean, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Tell me, am I lying? Have you been feeling that lately? Like you just feel off? You don't feel like yourself? You're not really happy with your life? I'm telling you, it's in the small things. It's in them small things, baby. It's in them small things. And here's the truth that changed for me. You don't have to choose between being a good mama and pouring into yourself and showing up for yourself. The beautiful thing is that you can do both at the same time. In fact, what I've learned is Like just from this experience, because I want you to know I'm able to tell you this because I've experienced it. I've lived on both sides. I was the mama who wasn't pointing to myself because I was over giving, showing up over, like trying to make sure my kids are good. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you can do too much. I've learned in life, there's a such thing as harmony and balance. Something can be good, but if you're overdoing it, you're overusing it, you're abusing it, it can also be considered bad. No matter how good it looks, no matter how good it feels or how good it sounds, if you're doing too much. And so what I had to realize was the more I pour into myself, the better of a mom that I can be. You ever try to drink from an empty cup? You ever taste some spoiled milk? The cup got a lot of junk up in there, girl. A lot of BS up in there. You got some spoiled milk in your cup. You got to pour that thing out. You got to rinse it out. And you got to add some good ingredients in your cup, baby. And like I was saying, girl, your kids do not need just a caretaker. Them kids tired of you. In fact, somebody said that to me one day when I was like, I want to do this with my kids. I want to be there. I want to do this. I got to do this. They was like, girl. They was like, listen. Them kids are probably tired of you. You tired of them. I gotta do a little pause for a minute. So y'all done let me record this whole video starting off with just one earring in my ear. I just want to cut the whole thing, but I ain't got time for it. We're gonna keep going. We ain't gonna let that stop us. That's just a little mishap. And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing through. But yeah, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, somebody had to tell me one day, like, girl, your kids probably tired of you. Get them kids a break. And that's when I learned that my kids don't just need a caretaker. My kids need to see somebody who experienced joy, somebody who has confidence, somebody who is showing up their authentic self, showing up with imperfection, showing up with a lot of love, being present, being joyful, being loving, being caring. And it'll be hard for me to do that if, like, giving them some sense of peace and showing them, like, and trying to model, like, what this life is actually like. Showing them that life is not going to be perfect and you're not going to always get it right. But the best you can do is show up for yourself. Show up in all the ways you can for yourself. And now that's how I show up for my kids. That's how I show up for myself. And then that's how I show up for my kids. And another thing is, girl, you only get one life to live. You woke up this morning, you better make the best out of this life God gave you and stop playing. So come on here, let's show up and show out every single day. Make your human happy. I know I say that right. Like showing up and show out for yourself. That doesn't have to mean coming back to yourself have to be like this loud, boastful, dramatic thing. It doesn't mean you gotta do a whole life overhaul. I mean, hey, if you want to do that and you can do that, do as you please, honey. But it's in the small things. Start by getting yourself together. Like if you don't feel beautiful, if you don't look beautiful, if you don't know when the last time you felt beautiful, you don't know when the last time you seen yourself look beautiful, feel cute, feel flirty, feel like a girl, a woman. And when you first start, you may be bad at it because you ain't done it in a while. You may be a little rusty, but it's just like riding a bicycle. When you fall off, keep getting back up. Keep trying every single day. Start small. And also, sit down, girl, slow down. Slow down, you're moving too fast. God dang, slow down, little red Corvette. You gotta watch A Different World to understand that reference. But slow down a little bit, girl. And learn how to enjoy yourself. I got some smaller things that I do a day that just gives me like this burst of energy, this burst of sunshine, this burst of joy. And when I don't do it, I can feel it. I love to have my lips shiny. They may or may not be shining right now. I love to put on my little jewelry. I love to make sure my skin shiny. Make sure I got some glow about me. I love to throw on my little head wraps. Makes me feel like a little girl. Makes me feel like a woman too now, all at the same time. And when I say a little girl, I just get a little jittery in the inside. Makes me want to flirt a little bit. But I'm a whole woman. But do some small things that gonna make you feel like you. And not just that. I like to move my body around. Put a smile on other people's faces throughout the day too. If you anything like me, I know you taking care of them children. But I need you to not forget to take care of yourself. Now, I ain't telling you to go out there and just go parlay now. And just go have a grand old time where you just forget about your life responsibilities. I ain't telling you that. And I'm saying that because I know there's some people out there that's watching me that will go and do that. I'm just saying, include yourself in some of the love you're giving to other people. If you've been feeling lost, this is your reminder that you are still in there. You didn't disappear. You just got buried up under all of that stuff you got going on. You can come back to yourself. If this episode felt like something you needed today, share it with another mama. And today I want you to do one small thing for yourself. One small thing for yourself, girl. How are you going to show up for yourself today, girl? Do something that you enjoy doing, or you used to enjoy doing. If you don't know, once again, what do the woman look like that you want to become? What does she look like? What does she do? I'll talk to you in the next episode. And if you're feeling frisky, share in the comments something that you used to do that you enjoy doing, that you feel like you're going to start back doing for yourself. I'll give you an example. For me, it's starting the podcast back. I only got less than 14 minutes. So if you're new here, just complete the episode. So if you want to exit, you can right now. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all of that. It'll help the channel grow, and I appreciate it. I love you. Take care of yourself. For the people who are part of the village, has been wondering where I've been, and they probably thought I disappeared and I wasn't coming back. But babe, I told you I was coming back. I just know I had a lot going on, and I had to deal with that. Within the last 2 months, there has been a lot going on for me. I felt like I was drowning. As a matter of fact, I probably was drowning. I was like, somebody come save me. Then I realized that I'm the only person that can save me and God. So I had to get up, put my life jacket on, and get my behind up and figure it out. But anyways, just to give you a little snippet of what was going on with me, because I feel like y'all deserve it. February, we lost my uncle. That took a toll on my family, and it really took a toll on my mama. So I felt like I needed to be more present, and I had to show up for her. Some people probably say, well, you didn't need to, or she'll probably say you didn't need to, and that ain't how God made me, or God put it on my heart to make sure you show up for the people that you love. And if you can be present for them, and you can be with them in person, do that. So I felt like I needed to be there. And not just that, like, we've been receiving some very challenging medical news going on with my mama lately. And so we've been having to fight that. We've been having to deal with that. And I just knew that I gotta practice what I preach. I can't tell y'all to focus on, like, to pay attention to the season of life you in and make your decisions off of that if I'm not doing that. And I had to realize the season of life I was in for these last 2 months, I needed to take a break from something. And I know I lined my life up in a way where I enjoy my life. I like what I got going on. I like the things I do. I like the people I'm dealing with sometimes. But I enjoy my life. And so I had to make a decision. Like, what was it that I could not necessarily let go of, but what was it that I could step back from right now? And the podcast was one of them. And making as many short clips with social media was one of them too. It ain't that I don't care about y'all and y'all ain't important. It's just that I had to make a hard decision, and that was the thing I had to choose. But I also had to realize that if I didn't start the podcast back and I didn't start making these videos back, that I was going to lose myself, that I was going to slowly disappear, because it's something that I enjoy, something that I like doing. I like showing up in front of this camera talking to y'all, even though I can't see you. We ain't talking back to each other. But like I was saying, like, it's been a lot that's been going on, and I needed to take a moment. I believe in cosmic timing. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And as long as I'm not just being pure lazy, it's just like pure lazy, then everything is falling right into place. What's that quote? The one that tested me recently. I want a life so hard that even the detours feel like alignment. At one point I was like, ooh, am I ever going to return? Am I going to ever get the time and the space? Because I was moving from 3 different cities a day, going to work, making sure I spend time with my kids, and they require a lot of my time. Like I said, I homeschool them. They're like, mommy, you leaving us again? Making sure I show up for my mama. And that was a lot. So I had a hard decision to make, and yeah, that's where I've been. Tell me what y'all been up to in the comments. How you been pouring into yourself? Where have you noticed change your life? How Get Up Mama has helped you transform your life, girl? How Get Up Mama has helped, inspire you, do things you ain't never did before, try things you ain't never did before. Just talk to me. I also want to say that I would love if you guys can send me some voice notes. I want to include those into the podcast. You can say whatever you feel, whatever comes to your heart. Just make sure it's appropriate, girl. Make sure it ain't off the wall now. And let's see what this season has for us. But until next time, remember to love on yourself just a little bit more today. Pour into you. You got this, baby.